I would never leave my faith because of the unconditional love of God. You ever heard anyone say this? I remember I used to feel that too before we left the faith. And we talked about this in our latest episode of the Dan and Can podcast, where we're talking about love. And it came up the unconditional love because we've heard people say this to us as we deconstructed. I could never do that because God's unconditionally loved me and I couldn't betray that love. But this love has so many conditions, and it's very dependent upon what flavor of Christianity you want to fall in. Whether it's the evangelical, the Baptist, the Mormon, the Jehovah's Witness, the Catholic. Depending on who's running the show, whether it be the pastor, the president, the pope, whatever, and their discernment on what the rules of engagement are for the faith, that's going to be the unconditional love that's conditioned based on it. You have to believe in me. You have to follow these rules. You can't do these things. This is an unforgivable sin. But it's not unconditional. The only time we really came close in our lives, Candy and I, in finding unconditional love was when we started to deconstruct. And we started understanding that if there was a superior being, a deity that was watching over for us, he didn't cast judgment upon us. He didn't punish us. He didn't do anything to harm us when we started exploring the truths of the world around us, started looking at what the teachings we were given were, started discovering the contradictions, the falsities, the man-made interpretations that came out of the faith that we believed. Nothing bad happened to us, really. I mean, we had ups and downs, trials and all that with family and all this, leaving and friends reacting to us and that, but nothing that was a lifelong change. We were allowed to grow and explore. And then we started to learn something else in this, that we couldn't understand or even comprehend unconditional love, which is something we were taught in Christianity, but it wasn't because it was God was doing this and we couldn't understand what he was doing. It was because we didn't understand it in ourselves. We never could love ourselves unconditionally. Every time we looked inside, we saw the bad, the evil, the fleshly that was trying to escape that we had to control. When we started chipping away from that and breaking that down and accepting who we are, these are the things I like that some people may frown upon, but I'm all right with it because it's not harming anyone intentionally. It may cause discomfort to some groups, but I can avoid those groups. And if they come and contact me, they can just be in discomfort, and that's all right. And to just keep learning about myself and loving myself was when I started to really understand what unconditional love was. The acceptance of self and becoming the person I wanted to be. It had nothing to do with the deity coming down upon me and blessing me for everything I had. It was all about me discovering myself.